Hey guys, welcome back to Handstands with Zoe. This is tutorial number 5. I'm going to talk to you today about the flexibility that's required in the shoulders for the handstand. First of all, I think it'd probably be a good idea if you go back and watch the other videos that I've posted, so you have some understanding of the terminology that I use, and so you won't be confused about anything that might come up. So when you're practicing your handstands, it's really good if you can start to open up your shoulders and really get back the full range of movement. A lot of us in this modern world spend a lot of time sitting down, shoulders hunched forward, and that really does not very much for your range of motion in your shoulders and your flexibility. I'm going to show you some really simple exercises that you can do, like at home. All you really need is a chair and then some kind of either like a resistance band, but you can also use a rope, something. Even a sweater would work. One thing I like to use in my own training is soft tissue release, which is massage. But if you can't afford to go to get a sports massage every week, which I can't either, you can do some at home with a ball. And what I like to use is a lacrosse ball. You can get this online. I can try to find where I got mine and I'll link it in the notes below. But you can use a tennis ball, or if you want it a bit more intense, you can use a golf ball. For your shoulders, it's great because you can kind of get to the bits that you can't really stretch. So if you just, as a rule of thumb, if something is kind of painful, it's usually probably a bit tight. So if you just spend a little bit of time rolling around on one of these balls, just find the areas around your shoulder joint, in your upper back as well, places that might be a little bit more tight, and then loosen those off before you start your handstand training, and you might feel the benefit of it. The other thing that I use a lot is a resistance band. And you get these in different thicknesses, so they're either more or less resistant. So the main thing you want to be looking out for when you're sort of testing your shoulder flexibility is that when you try to lift your arm overhead, that you don't immediately stick your ribs out and arch your back. So we're trying to get that nice straight vertical alignment in the handstand. And so that's what we focus in on. So if you find that when you start to raise your arms over your head, you immediately go into that position, just try to rein it in a little bit and focus on straightening out your back, keeping your ribs in. It's going to be harder, but in the long run, it will make your handstands better, easier to control, and it will make you stronger overall. So at this point, I also want to tell you to go back and watch the video that I made about external rotation in the shoulders, because that's so important. And in all the exercises that I'm going to be showing you, I want you to try to think about maintaining external rotation in your shoulders and in your arms. So that means having your elbow creases facing forward as you lift your arms over your head, okay? And it really changes the exercises completely if you do them that way, or if you have your arms internally rotated that way as you lift your arms overhead. So have a look at that. I'm going to also link that in the notes below.
Grab a resistance band and hold it as wide as you need to, bring it all the way over your head and behind your back. As it gets easier, you can make your grip a little bit more narrow. Just make sure that you are pushing up and out of your shoulders as you do that dislocation. Place your arms on a chair with your palms facing up. Bring your elbows together, keeping your head above your arms, and then fully extend your shoulders while keeping your bum tucked under and your ribs in. So don't allow your bum and your ribs to stick out like I'm showing you here. Kneel down and put your arms on the chair behind you, and then gently open your chest as you stretch your shoulders and your pecs. Fix your resistance band around something that won't move under your weight. Then place your hand in the loop and then twist away so you're facing away from it, and then your elbow should be roughly above your shoulder. So try to maintain external rotation in this position, and then again your bum tucked under, ribs in. Move around in the position a little bit to find the stretch, and then you can gently take your head with your other hand away from that shoulder. Grab a weighted bar in one hand and then externally rotate your shoulder, and try to hold this position as you lift the bar over your head. So try not to let this affect your good handstand shape. Keep your pelvis under and your ribs in.
So guys, thanks for watching again. I hope this was helpful to you. There's just so much information I have that I can give you, but I can't put them all into one video because it would be really boring and it would take forever. So I'm hoping to keep these kind of short, informative. Just keep coming back for more. Next week I'm going to talk more flexibility, but this time sort of hips, lower back, hamstrings, which will really help in so many positions in your handstands and your hand balance journey. So come back next week for some more. And as always, please follow me on Instagram. I've got a really cool account called @HandstandsWithZoe where I post a picture a day of me doing a handstand in different cool places. So check it out @HandstandsWithZoe. If you're interested in any sort of private tuition or workshops, anything like that, you can also go to my website, which is the same name, handstandswithzoe.com. And I'll see you back here next week.